I am Noriko Bulfor, and this is Uncut News. While our government said that it is committed to building a bridge across the Quarantine River, on Sunday, recently elected Surinamese President Chan Sang-toki said that if he has his way, the bridge will be built in less than 5 years. He also stated that financiers are ready to back the bridge. The Surinamese president believes that the construction of the bridge can be done together by the two countries and co-financed in a public-private partnership, a PPP, if you will. Haha! Sang-toki hopes the construction of a bridge will increase cooperation between the two nations while improving the flow of passengers and goods between the two borders. Protests calling for justice for Isaiah and Joel Henry erupted yet again in No. 5 Village. On Sunday morning, they burned tires and blocked the roadway, demanding answers regarding the case. The residents are upset because the police haven't given the family any information. In fact, since the arrival of the RSS team, there has only been one public update, which said that the RSS team has taken evidence to a lab in the Caribbean to be further analyzed. Despite it being close to a month since the murders took place and having arrested and released several persons, police seem to be no closer to actually solving the case. The police are still asking for the public's assistance in finding the primary crime scene. James Singh is back as the head of KANU, and the National Anti-Narcotics Agency has been disbanded, according to Demerara Waves. The previous coalition government had established the NANA as an interagency coordinating agency for KANU, the Guyana Revenue Authority, and the police force, but as stated, that organization will be no more. Singh was fired in 2017 following a questionable call he made regarding a drug-laden boat that was discovered and released earlier that year. Try not to act too surprised to see him back. You already know exactly why he's there. Best Buy Auto Sales is Guyana's #1 auto dealer. Their prices are so competitive and they sell their vehicles with warranty, so you could have a peace of mind. Visit their showrooms at 171 Peter Rose Street, Queenstown, or Lot 2 Lumaha Street, Georgetown, and find out about their special Christmas deals. In one of the dumbest robberies I've ever heard, 3 bandits broke into the home of a resident of Parika and stole a television shortly after midnight. According to police reports, 43-year-old Silal Budram was awakened in the middle of the night by a sound outside his house. Shortly after, 3 men rushed through Budram's front door and fought him, lashing him with a steel pipe in the process. But just to add insult to injury, literally, while Budram was busy fighting the first attacker with the steel pipe, another ran off with his 39-inch flat-screen TV. An investigation is ongoing. 1 week after being shot in the face at Aurora Village, Essequibo Coast, 20-year-old laborer Riaz Khan has died of his wounds. On September 29th, Khan and 25-year-old Cordell Grimes came under fire from persons unknown after leaving a hotel and bar in Aurora Village. Khan was shot to the face, while Grimes was shot in the arm. Khan succumbed to his injuries shortly after 12 a.m. Monday. The police arrested a miner and a dredge owner in Big Hope Bark Dam, Region 7, after the discovery of the body of a Venezuelan woman on Sunday morning. The body of 28-year-old Emilia Lezama Fermin was found half naked in a flooded mining pit in the area. There were multiple marks of violence about her body. It is believed that Lezama had been sharing a relationship with the dredge owner. According to the police, the dredge owner said he left Fermin in the camp cooking at about 7:30 p.m. and went drinking at the landing with other workers, including the miner. Police said at about 9:30 p.m. the miner left the encampment, saying that he was going to take a bath. The following morning, Fermin's body was found. This morning, the GPHC made it known that the 55-year-old nurse who this morning died of the Rona could not have caught it there. The hospital said that Nurse Mark King retired from the hospital in July of this year, but he was not admitted to the emergency room with symptoms until September 25th, almost 2 full months later. Nevertheless, his death happened only a day before nurses were set to go on a full-scale strike nationwide supported by the GPSU. About 35 nurses picketed outside the Georgetown Public Hospital on Monday morning to press their demands for improved conditions of work. These improved conditions of work include increased salaries, more personal protective equipment, and gratuities as well as pensions. But none the law say he didn't care. And he told the GPSU that if the nurses continue to protest, they may face criminal charges, dismissals, and non-recognition of the union. Oh, are you all surprised that all that fight for democracy a few months ago is out the window? Well, welcome to Guyana. Don't fall for these get-rich-quick schemes, people. There is a legit way you can earn some extra cash to supplement your existing hustle. Sell top-up. You could become a top-up vendor quick and easy by linking Cellular Plus. Call them on telephone number 685-3109 for more info. Now it's time for your daily Rona update. Today, the nation recorded 95 new cases, and the total number of deaths now stands at 90. There are now 14 persons in the intensive care unit and 975 persons in home isolation. The total number of known cases in the country is now 3,188. So, as you can see, the cases are rising rapidly. So, people, please, wash your hands frequently, avoid touching your eyes, nose, or mouth, and mask up before you leave the house. When you do, try to avoid enclosed spaces and large crowds, and remember to give 6 feet of space between you and others. The government of Jamaica will be spending 826 million Jamaican dollars on the acquisition of textbooks for the upcoming academic year. This includes electronic books and learning apps. This was disclosed by Minister of Education, Youth and Information, Fayval Williams. She said that approximately $626 million of that amount will be spent on material for the primary level and $200 million for the secondary schools under the National Textbook Loan Scheme and the Primary Textbook Program. Home caregivers in Tobago who provide healthcare for older persons are set to receive an increase in salary to bring them on par with their counterparts in Trinidad. The declaration came from Tracy Davidson Celestine, Secretary, Division of Health, Wellness and Family Development, as Tobago marks International Day of Older Persons today, along with the rest of the world. So, good for you guys in Tobago. Hopefully our caregivers will get the same consideration. Now's a good time to remind you that robbery season is back. If I were you, I would consider getting security for the home or business. Sheriff Security Service is a good choice. I find that they are the most professional with well-trained, armed or unarmed guards. Get some security this Christmas, people. And now for our weird news story of the day. Well, you already know how much I love silly world records. Well, here's another one. Move aside, Steph Curry. We've got a new shooter alert. An Idaho man broke his own Guinness World Record when he got 24 shots from a single-load Nerf gun to stick to a target in 1 minute. David Rush, who has broken more than 150 Guinness records to promote STEM education, originally broke the record in 2018 when he fired 16 Nerf darts into the target. He lost the record shortly after and broke it again in 2019 with 19 darts. Rush said he wanted to break the record a third time to make his total even more difficult for others to beat. Rush fired off 27 darts in the 1 minute time period. Only 1 dart missed the target completely, and 2 others struck the target but bounced off other darts. He finished his latest attempt with 24 hits that remained on the target. Moving on to our Uncut News Viewers Poll question of the day. Every day we pose a question about current events in Guyana, the region, the diaspora, and how you feel it relates to us. So you give your responses in the comments, and we'll read the best ones in the following episode. Lloyd Bartholomew said, lowering the cost of house lots is commendable. This does not guarantee a loan by the government to build. The past regime had agreements with banks for guaranteed loans to build, but the shenanigans of the PPPC with their obstructionist tactics made that fall by the wayside. I see, Lloyd. Interesting take. And Vibes Thomas said, what I think the government of Guyana should do is provide land for every Guyanese from the time you meet the age of 18 to entitle you for land. If you do not want a land in your own region, you can make a request for land in whatever region you need to live in, and if any land is available in that region where you make that request, you can get a land in that region because the person from the region will first have preference for that land. So I do not think we should pay for land. It should be given to us. Let the oil money keep maintaining housing. I agree with you fully, Vibes. This is our land, all 83,000 square miles of it, and we need to start acting like it is and claiming the whole thing and not just the damn 10 square miles on the coastline like we seem to just love occupying and nowhere else. Anyway, Let's go read the final one, which is by Dinesh Jaikaran, who said, I'm a weeder in the Baghdad Rose Hall estate. I have to work very hard to achieve $13,000 a week, and having a house lot at affordable prices in my area would be splendid. Oh my, $13,000 a week, and they work you like a dog on these sugar estates? You definitely deserve a house. Good answers, people. So tonight, I leave you with this question. The nurses said they are going to go protest tomorrow. Do you think the government will actually give in to their demands, or will they just reject them and probably go and pepper spray them and shoot pellets at them like what the police seem to love doing all of a sudden? What do you think will happen? Let us know in the comments below. If your comments are good enough, we just might feature it in tomorrow's episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight. Check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I'm Rico Bullford saying good night, folks. Hey Uncut News viewers, thanks for watching. You can subscribe by clicking on this button over here, or click over there for more news. You can also drop a comment to let me know if you've made it to the end of the video. Goodbye for now.